What's up, guys? It is Monday, September 2nd, 2024. We're at the Bitcoin block height of 859,640. TikTok, next block. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. I think it was a slow news cycle today. I haven't really been watching, to be honest. I've just been chilling out. It's Monday. It's a Labor Day, I believe. And I've just been chilling at the house, man. And doing a lot of thinking. For those of you that don't know, I'm originally from Rochester, New York. I was in the military for a few years. I lived in Virginia for about 10 years. I lived in Columbus, Ohio for a little bit. But most of my life I've lived in Rochester, New York. And in 2020, I moved here to Las Vegas, Nevada, and came to visit here a few times before I actually lived here. But Las Vegas is my favorite city in the country. It always has been. But then I went to Branson, Missouri, and I really liked Branson, Missouri. And the reason why is because I didn't realize how much of a patriot I was of America. I really love this country, man. I really love the framers of this country, our founding fathers, and everything they stood for and everything they did for us. Because it wasn't for them and the people that fought for this and died for this country, we wouldn't be where we're at today. But unfortunately, today, many people here in this great country are going so far away from our the things that this country's built on. And but I like Branson because it was just so patriotic there. They really treated me well as a veteran and everything. And because I've been over here so long, for 4 years now, almost 4 years, in Vegas, it's just, a lot of desert, not a lot of green, not a lot of water, and I really like the water. But I've been really thinking, man, today and probably over the last few days that, if something happened in this country, would I leave it? Would I leave this country? And I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about it. Actually, I've been thinking about it hard, because you expand your thinking when you start traveling. And I have been overseas. I was in the military for a few years, and I went on 2 Mediterranean cruises in 1996 when I was 21, and then in 1998 when I was 23. I was born in 1975. I've been around for 6 decades, the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and in the 2020s. And although I went overseas, I was very young and I was naive and stuff like that. And I've been around for a while now. And I got to say, I've never seen this country the way it is now. I never thought it would be this way. I was just spoiled, I guess. But when you go overseas, you see how great our country is. When the country was great. Again, this was in the 90s, but right now, not so much. I watch a lot of videos, and our world is so connected now because of the internet and everything else, and you can see everything, and the news happens and stuff like that. And there are a lot of countries, not saying they're better than the United States, but let's just say because of the privilege that we have of the United States of getting paid in U.S. dollars, that our dollar will go farther. Even though the dollar has been weakening lately, the dollar will go farther in other countries that are lower tier than ours. And, they have a saying, go where you're treated best. I believe that was a nomad capitalist says that all the time. And he's always I watch him a lot, and he's always talking about, getting different passport. And I have a passport, but getting different passports and ways to find places to live. And I've seen a lot of Americans just leave this country. A lot of them left in 2020 during the scamdemic, and when Joe Biden got elected. And I just seen a lot of different people that love the country, patriots, expats, that left. And I remember when I used to watch those videos, I was like, how can you leave America and blah blah blah. But now it's just so clear and obvious to me that our country is not what our framers built it as. They are censoring people left and right. They're trying to take away our Second Amendment rights, obviously our First Amendment rights, and our God-given rights for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. They don't even let us pursue happiness anymore. You can't say certain things. You can't do certain things. And the country's so divided now. I don't know if we can undivide it, because it's like trying to put toothpaste back in the bottle, or back in the tube. And you see the lies of the mainstream media. You see everything that's going on in this nation, and it's built on a lot of lies, man, and a lot of power hungry, very, very, very diabolical people that make Lucifer look like child's play. These people, things that I've learned over the last 4 years, I never in my wildest dream thought that these people would do this. And then when I watched the movie Sounds of Freedom, I thought, oh man, that'll bring us together. And the media just shunned it and said it was a right-wing conspiracy and the right-wingers are going crazy. And I'm thinking to myself, there's nothing more evil in the world than doing that to children. And everybody should say, you know what, let's come together and let's stop this thing. And us Americans said, nah, we can't do it, because these are Trumpers and these are evil people doing it. Man, oh man. There's evil in this world, man. And Kamala Harris obviously is a puppet, but I just have a funny feeling that, again, I don't think there's going to be an election, but if there is an election, I think they're gonna have her win. And I think it's going to be trouble in our country. I really do. And I hope I'm wrong, obviously. But it's got me really thinking that this is the first time I ever thought about actually leaving this great nation. You know, it's just such a blessing to be born here. So many people trying to get over here based on their geographic location where they're born at. I mean, just think about how lucky you are just to be a human being, number one, just to make it. Your dad's sperm to your mom's egg, out of those millions and millions of sperm, you made it. And the chances of you making it are very, very slim. And then for you to be you, there's nobody that's ever been you or ever will be you. And then to be born here in the United States of America is a blessing. So believe me, I don't take that for granted one bit. I really don't. But at the same time, knowing that the privileges that I have being born in America, of course, I don't know, man. I can't support this stuff, you know, because the things that I believe in, our country no longer stands for. It just doesn't. And it's sad to say that. It's very sad to say that. Some people will say, well, it's just land. You know, it's just land, and you go and move somewhere else, and you can go to another country and pay the third of the price. You know, get what you're paying for now, you can get that for a third of the price, and you know, get meals for $3, $4, $5 out in the streets in lower tier countries, and you know, crime is lower and it's better and everything else, and that stuff definitely gets to you as a human being, man. It does, when you look at that and say, man, you know, I'm getting paid this much a month in US dollars, the strongest currency in the world, and I can take that dollar and convert it into more dollars that are overseas that are not as strong as mine, and get paid in my dollars, spend those dollars, and then save in Bitcoin. And it's even more savings I could do in Bitcoin. I've been thinking about that, man. I mean, I'm just being honest with you guys. It's kind of like my diary. You guys are kind of like my counselors, you know. And man, oh man, because I'm just one guy, man. I'm just one dude, and I'm sitting here fighting my ass off, and I'm sitting there going, what am I fighting for? You know, I'm not saying no one's listening to me. Of course, people are listening to me, but the people that are on the far end of the spectrum, of the way I think, there's nothing I can do to change their mind. You know, I can't change their mind, and they're not going to change my mind. These people are beyond brainwashed. You know, and it's sad, man. It's sad. I can go on and on. This video is almost 10 minutes, so man, I try to make a 5-minute video. I never do it. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And again, guys, despite that, I'm all about freedom, and this country's not free anymore. Free speech ain't free. When I had precious metals, I wanted to move places, but I couldn't because it was cumbersome, or too encumbersome. It was too heavy and stuff. But now that I have this digital special money, I really feel like I can do whatever I want. I can sell all my stuff, literally sell all my stuff, put it into this powerful scarce digital money than go wherever I want. And I'm looking at other countries that are very friendly to this money, and there's a lot of them that are. So, but despite all the stuff that's going on, no matter what, I feel good because I have access to knowledge that many people don't have. And for you to be on this channel, not because you're here on this channel, but because of the things that we talk about and the things that we know, that we can secure our family's future, whether our country is gone or lost or whatever. And that's unfortunate, man. I would love to stay here and fight my ass off for it. But it's hard to fight for something that nobody cares about and nobody wants to fight for, nobody wants to protect. Because, you know, who are we fighting against? It's not like we have an enemy, you know, overseas that we're fighting like we did in 1776. These are actually, our enemies are within. And as a president of the United States, what are they supposed to do? Their number one job is to protect its citizens from foreign and domestic terrorists or oppositions, and they're not doing it. And we have all these illegal immigrants here and everything else. And it's crazy, man. And these people just don't want to stand up for anything, man. You know, and it's sad. But at the same time, even though I'm sad about this country, and hopefully I'm wrong, and we can win and keep our country and people can wake up. Despite that, I have a savings technology right now that is the greatest thing that man has ever seen, the greatest money that man has ever created. You know what I mean? Some people think it was created by God or an alien or something, because when you look at the network, it's just like, wow, man, what person or people could have created this? Some people think it was some people from the future that created it. And I always say that, you know, if you're going to save your money, man, I don't think you should diversify. I think there's only one way that's not only going to stop inflation, but increase your purchasing power. And I have a funny feeling you guys already know what it is. It's the best way to save. And for me, the only way to save. And that's Bitcoin. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.